Alright guys, thank you for joining me here on Patreon. Thank you for supporting the channel, for your donation. I appreciate you so much. You don't know how much I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So let's get into it. What's going to happen to Trump? I mean, beyond the day after the 2020 elections, I didn't see him winning in my last reading the day after. And in this reading just before this one, the impeachment, we see that, I see in the cards, I feel he still continues to get the Senate support and he won't be removed from office, right? They're going to, the senators are going to try to say that they're not impeachable offenses. It wasn't a quid pro quo. It was an arrangement. It was an arrangement. It was an equally balanced transactional situation. I'm a little bit too high. Let me zoom out. That's why. I'm like, why isn't this in the camera? So, okay, let me get into it. Let me just get into the cards. So, at the bottom of the deck, we had the widower card, right? And then below that, we had the prisoner card as Trump's ultimate fate. Clarifying the widower, we have the Ace of Swords, and you all know I'm using two different decks, and therefore I'm getting two different takes on the Ace of Swords, and so it's broadening and enhancing the reading with more detail. I'm just going to lay these here for right now, just so that they're closer. Clarifying this prisoner, we have the Six of Pentacles and the Two of Coins reversed. Alright, here someone is dropping something of importance, dropping an actual material thing, and here someone is receiving their due. In this Six of Pentacles, there's that quid pro quo looking transaction taking place. Someone is getting paid. And in this Two of Pentacles, someone is hiding something. Not taking responsibility. All right. I'm just going to move these out of the way. Sorry, I just want to arrange the cards so I can talk about them without having to move so much. Now, two cards fell out when clarifying the prisoner. I also got the Eight of Swords, which is another prisoner card in tarot. So, that's three prisoners. That kind of changes what I thought before, because I didn't count the prisoners. There's three prisoners being called out here. All right. Three sentences, three prison sentences, maybe. All right, let's look into this. So because of their actions, the Republicans' actions, not removing Trump, they're going to, their true colors will be seen, right? That they're not patriots. Their true colors will be revealed to the whole world. We're going to see what they're all about. But it also says that the plots to remove this president through impeachment will not play out. And he's not going to resign or step down. All of these are strong possibilities. He could make a decision in an instant, and his power is that strong. His decision in an instant could switch everybody's reading around. Okay? People feel what they feel because his energy at the moment is so strong and has the power to play out immediately. But that's what I'm getting, and I've gotten that in the last 2 readings, so that's what I'm going to stick with. But when I first started reading on Trump, I definitely saw a resignation, a resigning to avoid removal or carried out on a stretcher. I saw that, okay? But now, I don't see that anymore. The man's will is strong. The will to survive is strong. So, we're going to have to vote him out. This is the vote, the 7 of Pentacles. Our votes count. Despite hacking, despite cheating, which is going to be going on, and canceling of votes. They're trying to cancel votes. All of that's going to be going on. And he's going to attack our election results. And I also see senators attacking, Republican senators attacking election results. So there's going to be a lot of that bullshit after the elections. So this widower is my resignation card, and it's clarified by the Ace of Swords, as I was telling you earlier, this being communication and the request that he resign. They are wanting to negotiate that certain key charges be dropped to avoid prison time, but the Dems don't agree. They want him to face certain consequences. But Trump sees a win if they can stay united. The weaker in the relationship, depicted by the woman here, which represents the Republicans, gives the man, Trump, what he wants. They capitulate to his plan. And the battle for control ensues. But in time, this energy will be forced back. Will be forced to back down and to bend the knee. To the King of the North. Sorry. Sorry. But the level of cheating is so high. And the attacks on the Dems so vicious in retaliation for this hoax, for this witch hunt of the president, that they are branded by the Republicans enemies of the state. The prisoner card, first thing I'm getting from this card is someone in prison, right? Duh. Someone who is sentenced to prison. So this could be Stone, this could be Manafort, possibly Flynn. I see 3 prisoners here, right? 3 prisoners. Will he keep his promises to us? They are saying. Is he going to fulfill his word? Is he going to keep his promise? Like he said, and make everything better. Like we agreed. Are we going to be released? I see 2 pardons. 2. I think there's three questioned, but I think he pardons 2. And I see at least 6 or 7 people going to prison behind Trump. It could be that one of them doesn't get served a sentence. Maybe the charges are dropped before he's sentenced, if that's possible. I don't know if the president can do that. But I see about 6 or 7 people going to jail, going to prison behind this for Trump. But I see 2 pardoned. Okay? The most loyal and devoted ones, he's going to cut some stones free. He's going to cut stone free. He's going to cut stone free. And Manafort. I think he's going to cut Manafort free. I don't know about Flynn. So the 6 of Pentacles describes, like I told you, payment, payback. It could be a card of revenge. It could be a card of third parties. Could be a card of karmic justice. An equally balanced transaction, an equal give and take. These are some of the meanings of the 6 of Pentacles. A deal as well, a quid pro quo. The words that started it all. This payback is someone who's calling in their loan. I'm getting paid. There is an even exchange here, some bribery, buying and selling, a lot of money exchanging hands for votes and for support. This is what's going to be happening in the future for Trump, as after this impeachment trial, right? A lot of bribes, people being sold promises to special interests, funding and support coming in. But he's begging for support. He's begging. He's receiving support from his base, but he's begging for support from companies and special interests. But the situation doesn't work out. 2 of Pentacles reverse. It leads to failure. The 8 of Swords. Leads to failure, being dropped, and a loss that leads to isolation and separation. That leads to prison. Possibly 3 sentences. And it's for a long time. So he's facing a long time. He could be facing a long time, possibly 3 sentences that he's facing. Okay, he's facing a long time. If he's found guilty. But will he go to prison? Is my question. The amount of time he's facing, in my opinion, isn't long enough. But will he actually go to prison? I don't think so. I don't think so. No prison. But separation. No prison but separation. Can you guys see that? No prison but separation. I do see him being prosecuted for high crimes and misdemeanors. I see him being prosecuted for tax evasion and money laundering, as well as bribery and witness intimidation. He's going to be prosecuted for all that, okay? He will be tried for all that, but I see him backing down, Trump. I see Trump backing down. He's going to capitulate and give in because he can't fight it. He will have to give in order to get himself a lighter sentence. So even after he is found guilty, I feel he will be found guilty. I do feel there will be justice, because we have the Ace of Swords. In time, justice in terms of his being found guilty of these things. I guess maybe I don't want to say justice, because it's not justice in my opinion, but there is some sort of legal sentence or something like that. I'm not sure if I want to say that. I think he's going to have to give in. He's going to have to bend the knee so that he can get a lighter sentence. So even after he's found guilty, he manages to get support for a lighter sentence and maybe no prison time at all. I don't think he's going to serve any prison time. Based on his power and position that he holds, the office that he holds. Are you shitting me? Does he really get away with this? I want him to be punished for all of his wrongdoing. I want him to be punished because I've suffered hardship because of this guy. And I'm sure many people have. He's been a constant threat over our heads for so long. And I think we're all suffering from PTSD. Post-Trump syndrome. And the trauma isn't over yet. So yeah, I want him to pay. I'm sure much of the world agrees with me. But I don't see him actually going to prison. So I clarify this with my, I'm just going to set these over here, with my Lenormands. And I'm using my friend's deck from Power Life Hypnosis. My friend, my best friend and colleague, she created some cards based on the Lenormand system called Future Partner Reading Cards, and they're really good. I've been using them a lot. I'm not really a Lenormand reader, but they help because they tell you what the card is about, and also gives you a lot of information on, you know, where you'll meet your future lover. But anyway, she shouts me out in the deck. She shouts out Soulight Hypnotherapy, and I want to thank her for that. So please, guys, check out her deck and buy one, and I'll put her link in the description box below so you can purchase her cards. So to further describe Trump's future, we got the lilies, and the ship came out. I'm just remembering what it was because I already did the spread. We got the lilies and the ship. We got the fox below the lily. Basically, Trump is the lily, right? And the house and the snake, where you can see these. And I'm just using my Egyptian Lenormands to put a face to it, because our cards don't have pictures. Just to give it a face. So let's do the Lenormand reading. Let's see what the Lenormand say about Trump's future. Will Trump actually go to prison? We got the lilies and the ship were the first pair that came out. Lilies can represent an older person, someone who's old. He's not mature, but an older person. And this older person travels. So an older person travels abroad, far away. Ship can represent travel and transitions, moves to a foreign place or country. So I feel like he goes more into that, like I told you before, isolation and exile with that Eight of Swords. That's what the Prisoner card represents, can represent. He goes more into like an exile. He moves abroad to some foreign country. And the cards are also saying he's going to a place of rest. So if that's a retirement or if that's his place of rest, the coffin, I don't see the coffin anywhere, but those are also things that are implied. He's going to a place of rest. He retires someplace north and far away. The lilies and the fox, the lily and the fox tells me that he will continue to deceive from far away. He will continue his deceit and his frauds from far away. He will continue his manipulation from far away. He will always say that he was cheated out of his position. He will be working and manipulating from behind the scenes, continuing to be devious and crafty. The lilies and the house tells me he retires to maybe one of his resorts or homes or properties overseas, someplace north, far away. It's a place of rest. It could be a place to die. I feel he will die on foreign land. He will go back to his real estate scams abroad. So he will be doing real estate scamming abroad. Lilies and the snake tells me he will have at least one major scandal with a woman, a foreign woman, and again before he dies, and one major scandal. He will be separated from Melania. Remember this card here? Sorry, I didn't mean to hit the camera again. He will be separated from Melania. I don't know if he'll be divorced though. But I see a scandal, another scandal. There's a treacherous woman involved. I think she's foreign. But that could be Melania being called out here. But this is a mistress card. It says he's not living with Melania. So he moves away, but maybe she doesn't. I don't know why she would stay with him and not just divorce him. But it says there's a treacherous woman here and a foreign mistress. The woman who is treacherous could be Melania, could be the mistress. But one of them will become a whistleblower on Trump. So they're gonna release a lot of information on Trump. That's in his further future. They will be accused of lying by Trump. Dirty rats, dirty bitches. The card specifically says lying divorcee, so it could be Melania who speaks out about Trump. Okay, that's what I'm getting. So Trump's future, he's still a manipulative force from abroad. And I think that they will regret not taking him out, whatever that means. And whoever that applies to. So that's my reading, guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for your donations, for your supporting the channel by becoming a Patreon subscriber. Make sure to check out your love sign readings, okay? And that's going to be every month. I'm also going to be doing a future partner reading, guys. Future partner reading is coming up very soon. So if you're single and you're looking to find your next partner or just find some company, these cards can maybe help you. So I'm going to be posting that within the week. So stay tuned for yours. Bye.